Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the LFR family. Thank you so much for pulling up and clicking the play button. Hopefully you hit that like button as well. And if you're feeling extra generous, consider sharing this bad boy on other social media platforms, Reddit, LinkedIn, Facebook groups, X, Kick. It does not matter. Just make sure you tag a brother. And if you share my video on X and you repost it, then I will follow you back. Sit back and enjoy the live stream. Hopefully you're having a phenomenal day. And do me one favor. Comment one thing that you're grateful for. Just one thing. I'll comment many things that you're grateful for. I just need for you to comment one thing. All right, let's get it. And thanks a lot for pulling up.
Trump has done it again. Have you seen the latest videos of DC? The sidewalks are spotless, no trash on the streets, no crowds of people stumbling around. It is peaceful, clean, and honestly, it is refreshing. The locals seem happy. So far, I haven't seen a single video of a resident complaining. The only ones upset are people who don't even live there and just hate Trump. At the end of the day, everyone deserves to feel safe in their own community. Trump has done it again. Have you seen the latest videos of DC?
Now, shout out to this young lady. A lot of people are upset about what's happening in DC. Just in case this is your very first time tuning into the LFR family channel, I am a DC native, born and raised in Washington, DC, 1978, raised by my cousin. And I absolutely enjoy DC, all of the danger that comes along with it, all of the mischief, everything. The fact that I never had a white friend my entire childhood life, didn't see a whole bunch, only had one white classmate in the entire school from kindergarten to ninth grade. Now, things have been running rapid in DC, and Trump decided to do something about it. People are acting as if it's not necessary. Well, as you just now heard this young lady say, she's happy about what's happening in DC. She enjoys it. She lives in DC. She likes being able to walk down the sidewalk without concerning herself with being robbed, with being disrespected, without being having anything that she worked hard for taken away from her, or feeling like she should feel fearful of her life. So shout out to her and many other people who have been coming forth speaking about it. I'm not going to show you a whole bunch of videos about people saying, hey, this is a good thing. Why? Because we don't need anyone to affirm this is a good or bad thing. We just understand that if things are going awry and no one's doing anything about it, someone should step up and do something about it. And unfortunately, that has not been happening. A lot of people are moving from Washington, D.C. to a neighboring part of Maryland, which is PG, Prince George's County, or Waldorf, Maryland, and other places. But they're doing it too so that they can have a better life. They're not doing it so that they can take that riffraff to another part of the world. You know what I mean? They're doing it so that they can have a better life. And that's exactly what's happening. So shout out to everybody who is in the DMV, DC, Maryland, and Virginia, who want a better life and are looking at what's happening and saying, yo, this could be potentially positive. Now, there's also a bunch of videos out there of people being harassed, young people, young black people in these Southeast streets, DC, Northeast, Southwest, you name it. And they see a whole bunch of police coming around their neighborhood while they just chilling, having a good time, and they're being chased and patted down for no reason. I don't want anybody to be accosted for no reason. I only want the criminals to be stopped. That's it. I don't want people to be violated simply because they live in the area. I want criminals to be violated. I don't give a damn about a criminal being violated. That's just me. Because when it comes to me and my family, I want my family to be all right when they're out and about, period. Now, there's a bunch of people out here with these loyalties to criminals who are their family members, their friends, their neighbors, and they don't really care unless something happened to them. If something happens to them, their car get broken into, they're shooting too close to their home, a bullet flies through their window, they don't have anything to say. If it's not their brother, sister, cousin, or aunt who is accosted, they don't have anything to say. You know what I mean? But when it's them, they get robbed, they're loud. They want people to do something about it. When it's their cars being broken into, they want somebody to do something about it. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, some people are going to be let down by this decision and some people are going to feel great about it. But I'm all about having a safer, cleaner country for us to live in. Because at the end of the day, people try to make it about black versus white, and it's not. We sound childish when we always revert back to race. We always revert back to race. We say, well, why are they only doing this in spots of the country that are mainly black, 80% black, 70% black? Well, that's something to ask your own community. Community leaders need to get together and have these type of conversations. Why are they targeting us? And hopefully somebody in that room will be bold enough and objective enough to admit that maybe we have some work to do. Maybe with all the crime going on, we have some work to do. Have you ever thought about that? Because last I checked, people are still being robbed and killed around this bad boy at a high clip. And the killers are getting younger and younger and younger. So y'all need to break away from y'all stronghold of trying to lock in with one race or another and just focus on what's better for all of us. Because guess what? We got to live in this country together. We're doing business together. We're loving each other together. We're in relationships with one another. Like, we mix and mingle together. When I'm walking around with my wife or with my children or just by myself, I want to make sure that, like, I look out for anybody. I don't care if you're old, you're young, white, black, Hispanic, Asian, African. It does not matter. If you are a good person, you're going to get a good energy from me. If you're a bad person, if you come off to me like I should be fearful of you, then my whole demeanor is going to change. I'm going to be in my mode of staying dangerous. Like I will say for anybody out there, stay respectful of everybody, but stay dangerous. Stay prayed up in the Lord, but stay dangerous. Make sure that your health is on point. Make sure that you're working out. Make sure your lungs are good and your heart is beating properly. Make sure that you're reading. Make sure you're training. Make sure you're going to the gun range. Make sure you have some mace or a knife on you at all times. Make sure that you're diligent. Make sure that you have your phone. Make sure that you're not just looking at your phone and not paying attention to your surroundings when you're walking from your car to the store, in the parking lot or around your neighborhood, thinking things are sweet. A lot of times we drop our vigilance. We drop it and we're not paying attention because we believe that it cannot happen to us. We stop locking our doors. We stop training. We stop paying attention to our physical health just in case we got to fight somebody off, just in case we got to take up for a child or a woman. Y'all need to consider these things. But the smallest minds in the world always revert back to race. That's the first, second, and fifth option of the smallest minds in the world. Hopefully y'all are picking up what I'm putting down. I'm just saying we need to pay attention. We need to start loving each other a little bit more. And I'm not just saying that because today is Sunday. We need to start loving each other a little bit more. And if somebody show you that they are dangerous to you and your family, you need to be dangerous to them. You need to be dangerous to them. I don't care what their color is. I don't care if history shows that this country has been unfair to a certain group of individuals. That does not have anything to do with a bullet flying through my damn window or somebody, me and my wife going out to eat and someone seeing that we have a nice vehicle and they want to put a gun in our face to take our car that we worked for. You don't deserve that just because you're tough, just because you wouldn't get out there and work for something, just because you decided to wait for people to go out there and get what they earned so that you can take it? Nah, some of us are going to stand up for ourselves. Just like we just now showed the video of the young man who was sitting in his car and there was a parking dispute and he was pulled out of his car and you can hear somebody tell him to take off that chain. And he got left on the concrete with a hole in his chest, all for something that he worked hard for, something that he decided to put on that had nothing to do with anyone else. A lot of times, man, we would jump on the perpetrator's side and try to act as if we need to hug on them and love on them and give them excuse after excuse, like they can't be responsible for their sugar honey iced tea. We need to stop doing that because we would never do that for our children. When our children leave our eyesight, when they go out there in the real world to go to school, to go to work, we tell them to be good people. We tell them to be respectful. We tell them to be vigilant. We tell them to pay attention to their surroundings. We give them all of the wisdom that we have in our minds so that they can survive another day and get back home to us so we can see them, love on them, and guide them throughout their journey. So why is it that we're always backing these people who don't give a damn about us? That makes no sense whatsoever. And we always revert back to white versus black. Is racism alive and well? Hell yeah, it is. Does racism go one way? No, it does not. White people are not the only people that are racist. Black people are not the only people who are racist. A lot of people are racist, but there's a lot of negative character traits that many people walk around with. And racism is the least of these. You have people who are walking around targeting people's children, wanting to take their children and do bad things to them. We have people who are targeting our women and want to do bad things to them. We have people who are targeting anybody who's not paying attention just to do bad things to them. But we're focusing on, oh, they're racist. And we're focusing on one of these days, somebody is going to be in a helicopter and they're going to need an emergency abortion. And because they weren't trying to be, they weren't trying to be pregnant, but somebody forced that on them, or they're about to die and they need an abortion. So we need to do this for that one person. Disregarding all of the millions of women out there and men, because women don't get pregnant by themselves. Let's keep that there. Who are just irresponsible, who don't give a damn about their health, who don't give a damn about their integrity at all. They just put their ding-a-ling in anything. And the women would just open their legs for anybody who got whatever they're looking for. Are you tall enough? Are you dark enough? Are you smooth enough? Are you cool enough? Are you funny enough? Do you have talent? Can you dribble a ball? Can you run a ball? Like, it's the most ridiculous things ever. This is always the reason why I talk about the goodness of God and why we need to pay attention to all of the blessings in our life. When you first came onto this channel, I asked you to write down one thing that you are grateful for. I ask you to do that because I don't know if you have somebody in your life on a daily basis that will ask you to do that. Because sometimes if we don't focus on our blessings, we would just lose sight of who are blessing us, who our blessings are coming from. We're not doing it for ourselves. We didn't wake ourselves up this morning. We didn't protect ourselves from seen and unseen dangers while we slept. We didn't put that roof over our heads. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's good to be reminded that our grace, that God's grace and his mercy is sufficient. You hear me? So I like what this lady said. She's a resident of DC, and her truth is this is real to her. She feels comfortable walking through her town, walking through her city with everything that Trump has been doing. Shout out to you guys. Make sure y'all pull up, hit that like button, man. We're about to have a good conversation. I just wanted to start it off with that. And Wheezy. Shout out to Wheezy. I don't mess with any color people that want to do harm to anyone. He said, I don't mess with any color people. Hey, I feel you on that, Wheezy. If you want to do harm to somebody, I ain't with you, man. I don't even want no parts of it. Thank you so much for the super chat. All right, guys, let's go and jump into it, man. Marco Rubio has been on a tear. All right, so we all know that Trump just now invited Putin over so he can work on this ceasefire, man. He's trying to be the adult in the room. And it's like, and when if he becomes president, all he's going to try to do is pal up with Putin. He wants to be his friend. He's going to get played like a fiddle and all this other stuff. What has Biden done? What has Biden done? With regard to Ukraine and Russia, what has Biden done other than give them billions and billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars of our taxpayers' money? Other than try to cover up billions and billions and billions more of Ukraine funding under what they called the border bill. They did nothing. Hold on one second. Let me tell my people to pull up on X. I got to tell them to pull up. Hold on one second. Where are my people? Pull up. All right. So I did that. My daggone gray hair. This gray hair on my beard, bro. It is going crazy, man. I had to wash my hair today, and I had a towel around my neck, and my hair was just dripping for the last, I don't know, 40 minutes, 30 minutes, because it's real thick. It's real thick, man. And the lady who was tightening my locks in the beginning, she was doing them way too tight, and she ended up pulling out some of my hair in the front, bro. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Guys, what's going on, man? Yeah. If you ever go to church, if you wake up in the morning and you're not feeling encouraged, I want you to think of a couple of devotion songs that you will sing in church that will lift your spirit. One of those devotion songs is "Victory Is Mine." Victory is mine. Victory today is mine. I told Satan, get thee behind. Victory today is mine. Then you say, love is mine. Love is my love today is mine. And you do peace and you do joy and happiness and any other thing you can think of that the Lord blessed you with. But you start it off and you sing it and you sing it and you sing it with some power. And you don't sing it because you sound good, but you sing it to give God all praise, glory, and honor. All right? All right? I'm just saying, man, it's like, and there's another one where you say, Lord, I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for being so good to me, so good to me. And you just say, Lord, I just want to thank you. You say, Lord, I just want to praise you. Lord, I just want to honor you. You know what I mean? I want to honor you for being so good to me. Because God is absolutely amazing, man. If you woke up this morning and you can breathe on your own, you are blessed. If you woke up this morning and you can get up, stand up, walk to the bathroom on your own, you are blessed. If you woke up this morning and you can look at one loved one of yours, one, and they are breathing, and they are walking, and they are drinking water by themselves, you are blessed. If you woke up this morning and you have one person in this world who have kind thoughts for you, who love you, who care about you, who are checking on you, who give a damn about you being alive and well, you are blessed. No, this is not a church sermon. I'm not trying to make this a church sermon. I'm just simply saying, let me tell you something. I don't know if I'm going to heaven or not. Just putting that out there. I don't know if I'm going to heaven or not, but I will tell you this. That's not my goal. My goal is not to go to heaven. My goal is to give God all praise, glory, and honor for all of the blessings that he has bestowed upon me and my family for years. Some people say, oh, that's make-believe. Let me tell you something. I'm 47 years old, and my testimony proves that there's a God somewhere, that God is real, that God is good. My testimony tells me that God is good. I'm not here to sell it to you. I don't want to sell it to you. I'm not a pastor. Because the Lord, he said, slap your neighbor and tell him that God is real and God is good. Somebody pass around that collection plate. $5, $1, $2, $10, because the pastor needs a new car. Nah, I don't care about selling Christ to you. Don't want to sell Christ to you. I will say study for yourself. The Bible says study to show thyself approved. And if you get something out of it, then so be it. If you don't, then so be it. This is between you and the Lord. I'm not one of those Christians that I'm going to beat somebody over the head until they tell me and confess that God is the Lord, the King of Kings. You know what I mean? Nah, not me. I do it because I know that he is the ruler of my faith, the pioneer and perfecter of my life. That's why I do it. The author and finisher of my entire being. That's why I do it. That's how any one of us super smart brainiacs that know everything, so intelligent, so locked in with the world, we can open up any fruit that we want and count every seed that's in that bad boy. Open up an apple. Go ahead and cut open an apple and you can count every single seed that's in it. Good for you. Guess what? The Lord knows how many apples are in each seed. We can open up a watermelon and count every single one of them seeds. Good for you. You know how to count. The Lord knows how many watermelons are in every one of those seeds. So at the end of the day, man, we need to understand that this world that was built in 6 days, please, there's a God out here. You need to start getting right with the Lord. That's all I'm going to say. All right, let's talk about it. We got a lot of stuff we're going to discuss. I had to do my due diligence and make sure that I always got it. The Lord is here. God is good. We're going to talk about it. If you ever tune into my videos, we're going to talk about the Lord, even if it's only for 5 seconds. You know what I mean? And then you're going to hear me curse. And you'll be like, wait a minute, when you just now talking about God? Oh, man, I ain't listening to you. You Satan. Far from it. Far from it. Far from it. I was born in sin just like you, shaped in iniquity just like you. You know what I mean? And I work on myself daily just like you. Just like you. I will pray for somebody just like you, and I will whoop somebody's ass just like you to protect my family. Somebody come up in my house and think it's sweet just because I love the Lord. Hey, you got the wrong house, baby. You got the wrong house. I'm going to send you to him. You about to go meet him. That's all I'm saying. And I'm just letting y'all know to just be more vigilant. That's all. Love y'all, man. Hopefully y'all are doing well. And I really want y'all to make sure that y'all are right with God, because these are the end of times. If you look at the world right now, look at what's going on. These are the end of times. Up is down, left is right, right is wrong, wrong is right. People are protecting pedos. People are protecting people. People are protecting men who are saying that they are women, and they're going after women's rights, and they're willing to just say, forget about it. We like these new people, and what they're saying is true, and they need to be fought for. No, they don't deserve your rights. Damn that. Women, protect your rights. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about that. One other thing, we moved my daughter into school yesterday, into college, for her 3rd year as an engineering student. My baby girl with the 4.0 GPA. Shout out to her. She's the youngest finishing up her college degree, and we are so very proud of her. Shout out to Gravy, man. That's my baby girl, man. She almost had a brother in tears when we took her to school yesterday. It was an all-day thing. There's a couple of people whose text messages and emails I have to answer. I will be reaching out to you guys later. Shout out to all my YouTube coaching clients. And just before I even go into that, I just want to say this. For anybody who has ever believed in me enough to allow me to help you in YouTube or anything like that, that means a lot to me. Some people think that it's a money play. It's not. It's actually my purpose. When I started this channel because I wanted to figure out how to learn everything about social media so that I can teach somebody else how to do it. Because I realized a long time ago that likes, follows, retweets, shares, views, all these things are currency. And people are making great lives for themselves from that currency. And I said, once I figure it out, I'm going to show people how to do it. I waited until I hit 1 million subscribers in order to do it. I think I waited way too long than the Lord wanted me to wait, but I'm doing it now. I'm back. I've learned how to do it. When I very first started, I didn't know a thing. I had to figure it out myself. And now I'm back. I have the information and I'm giving it to anybody that's willing to work with me. That's why I created a course. That's why I do one-on-ones. That's why I do VIP. That's the only reason why I do this thing right here. I believe that it's still a lot for you to learn. And if you don't have to face any bumps in the road or any barriers by yourself, and you can do them with somebody who's already done it before you, why not? Let me take some of that burden off your shoulders. All right. So if you're one of those people that want to do content creation, check out my course. If you want a one-on-one, email me the word coach. If you want to check out my VIP, email me the word VIP and I can tell you more about it and we can go from there. Let's jump into it. All right. So we just now had Putin pull up and shout out to you guys, man. Let's shout out to all my blues, bro. Angel, Sweet Angel was the first one in the building today. Yeah. Sweet Angel was the first one in the building. Shout out to Wheezy, Sugar Shane Topics. We got Pat Hacker. Who else we got up in here? Those my greens. Lisa Marie is up in here. Shout out to Lisa. Hey, Lisa. Yeah. A bunch of cool people, man. Way cooler than me. Scoop. What's up, Scoop? Hey, Scoop. Shout out to Scoop. Yeah. Who else we got? Scott. Hey, Scott. We got Bubba MF. What's going on, Bubba? We got Benny. Shout out to anybody who's a part of. If you want to be an LFR family member, make sure you hit the join button and make sure you join us. Okay, so people have been coming down on Trump lately because of how he brought Putin over here and you know, to have talks about the ceasefire and whatnot. And of course, Trump bossed up when he brought him here. But ABC and CBS don't think that Trump got what he wanted. They don't think, they're happy that a ceasefire was not formulated. They're happy that there was no peace deal. They're happy about it. And they're trying to act like they're holding him accountable when in actuality, they're celebrating that something else that he did not get a win in their eyes. In my eyes, I believe it was a win because a lot of the same people that I mentioned before, they won't even invite this bad boy over here. Check this out right here. This guy is absolutely hilarious, man. Y'all hit that like button and we're going to get to it. Let's go. This is the LFR family. Make sure you hit that join button.
Donald Trump flying those B-2 stealth bombers over Putin's head that may have been the strongest flex of all time. There's flexing on people with Lamborghinis, houses, women, watches, money, you name it. But you fly a B-2 stealth bomber over the head of Putin and he goes like, you may hate Donald. A lot of people do. But he's a showman. And this is what showmen do. A B-2 stealth bomber over your enemy's head. He said, you want to talk peace, huh? Look at Putin's head. He's still looking up. Trump's like, yeah, come on, let's go up. Let's go up. And Putin's like, you got me there, bro. Look at bro's head. Trump's not even paying attention. He knew it too. That's the strongest flex in the history of the world.
Yeah, that was dope. So he brought Putin over this joint. They walk in to go stand on the podium and everything. A B-2 bomber flies over his head. Putin stops and like, whoa. He's like, yeah, you see that, right? Yeah, just make sure you know I got a lot of those and we ready. Keep playing with me. And it's on. It's on. So that happened. And then Marco Rubio obviously went on to a couple of platforms to talk about it. And first, he went on to CBS. First he went on to ABC. And I want y'all to see how this exchange went, where he absolutely destroys this lady with nothing but facts. He's not been over the top. He's not being disrespectful or anything. But for some strange reason, this is what they said. They believe that he pulled out the red carpet for Putin and nothing happens. He pulled out the red carpet because he loves him and he just wants to impress him so much. Not realizing that this dude is going from country to country, from nation to nation, talking to world leaders around the world who are celebrating him on a daily basis. They just continue to celebrate him. Man, look at that. Hey man, look. Look at y'all. Whoa. Let's acknowledge something right quick. Look at y'all skinny friend Van. I want y'all to say, look at y'all skinny friend Van. I just want y'all to see I've been putting in some work. I'm not as skinny as I was, but I'm putting in some work. Y'all see that? I ain't even making no muscles. I'm not even making no muscles. You know what I mean? Van has been putting in some work, baby. Yeah, because I'm trying to stay vigilant too. I have a family, man. I have a family. I got to make sure that I protect my family. And somebody see me, they can still go through me, but I ain't gonna make it easy. You understand? Never make it easy. Never make it easy. Look at it like this. Have you ever seen somebody fight a squirrel? Have you ever seen someone fight a squirrel? If a squirrel jumped on your leg, do you think somebody gonna start laughing? You need to look at yourself as a dangerous raccoon or squirrel, like an alley cat. Look at yourself like an alley cat. You know what I mean? And then once you're mentally there, get yourself physically there. Start training, start drinking water, start going after it so that you can protect that family. People gonna see my little skinny self and think they can walk right through it. Nah, it ain't gonna be that easy, man. I ain't making it that easy at all. And shout out to Dirty Irish Blades for making me this right here. Y'all see this? Dirty Irish Blades made me this. Yeah, they made me this joint right here. Carbon steel. LFR family stitched in the blade. Y'all see that? Yeah. Yeah, baby. This joint is a beast. Yeah, shout out to Dirty Irish Blades. All right, let's go and jump into it. So Marco Rubio went on to ABC and watch what happens, man. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. Here we go. Watch how he handles this lady.
Critics of President Trump will say the pomp and circumstance, the red carpet, the warm handshake, that President Trump simply lost that Putin gained there just by being on the world stage and walking down a red carpet with the president. Your reaction to that?
Well, I mean, critics of President Trump are always going to find something to criticize. You don't even pay attention to it anymore. But I will tell you this, Putin is already on the world stage. He's already on the world stage. The guy's conducting a full-scale war in Ukraine. He's already on the world stage. He has the world's largest tactical nuclear arsenal in the world and the second largest strategic nuclear arsenal in the world. He's already on the world stage. When I hear people say that, oh, it elevates him. Well, all we do is talk about Putin all the time. All the media's done is talk about Putin all the time for the last 4 or 5 years. That doesn't mean he's right about the war. That doesn't mean he's justified about the war. Put all that aside. It means you're not going to have a peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine. You're not going to end a war between Russia and Ukraine without dealing with Putin. That's just common sense. I shouldn't even have to say it. So people can say whatever they want. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we have to get the Russian side to agree to things that they don't want to agree to if we're going to have peace. If not, there'll just be a war. They'll keep killing each other. And life will go on in America and in the rest of the world, but not for Ukraine. So the president has invested a lot of time in trying to bring an end to this war. He deserves credit for doing that. He gets criticism for doing that. He could have just let this war go on. The president could have just said, this is Biden's war. It started under him. We'll do what we can for Ukraine, but we're going to focus on other things. He could have easily said that. But he's the only leader in the world that can get...
Now, here's the thing, too. I want y'all to understand something. What Marco Rubio is saying right now is 1,000% the truth. Trump don't have to pay attention to this. Trump could let them continue to kill each other and still do great things for our country if he wanted to. He could just let them continue. Look, I ain't got time for this, man. I got to focus on this, and this. If y'all don't want to piece it up, then go ahead and wipe each other off the map. I'm just trying to make sure everybody is good. Before he came into office, he said one thing, and they tried to get him on this. When they used to interview him and he was running for president, they tried to stick him on one topic or another. Who do you want to win this war, Ukraine or Russia? I don't know if y'all remember this, but please tell me if you do. He said, I just want everyone to stop dying. That's what he said. How can you not back somebody that says that and actually believe it? He wasn't BSing. He wants the violence to stop so that we can all pay attention to our cultures, every single culture you have going on in your country. I don't want to change that. How y'all treating your men and women, that's your business. That's your culture. But can we stop killing each other? Can we stop killing each other? And if you're going to do it, Can you do it in a space where only the people you're targeting dies, and not bombing schools and bombing hospitals where innocent victims are, they just call them casualties of war and they just dismiss it like it's nothing. It's not a casualty of war. And what he's doing by taking this first measure, it might not seem like anything to you, but it's something to me. We started out doing something. We brought him over here. He respects us thoroughly, and we're getting things done. We don't expect for you to understand how the cake is baked. We expect for you to reap the rewards at the end of the day, but he is the negotiator in chief. And that's what he's doing. And you're absolutely right about this lady. She looked like a white Auntie Maxine Waters. Some people might get that reference, but she looked like she reminded me like of a white Auntie Maxine, if that makes any sense. I'm talking about with the nose, with the nostrils just look. You know how Maxine Waters look. Okay, I'm not going to talk about people because we're all unique. The Lord made us all perfect the way we are. So first he touched down on ABC, and then he went to CBS because they wanted some of that smoke too. They wanted some of that smoke too, baby. And check this out. Every single time somebody else met with Putin, look, this is how it went. Whenever another president met with him. We love you, Putin. We love you. Look at Bush. That was great. That was great. Look at Hillary Clinton. Look at Obama. Yes. But then when Trump meets with them, what they say? He's a traitor. That's his friend. That's his buddy. They're just looking out for each other. So that's why we're here to talk about that, man. Keep that same energy, bro. Keep that same daggone energy. Keep that same energy. All right, so check this out. He went on to CBS after that, and watch how this goes. Y'all hit that like button, gang. If you haven't already, hit that like button, man. He said they look like the Crypt Keepers. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. Yeah. Peter, look, I'm with you, man. I'm with this person right here. Suzanne Peters, Suzanne, I'm with you. I agree the killing needs to stop. Too many innocent people are being killed. They just are. And at the end of the day, it takes people like us who have a heart for God that want there to be peace around the world to have this all stop. Y'all check this out. This is him on CBS.
But the president told those European leaders last week that he wanted a ceasefire. The president went on television, said he would walk out of the meeting if Vladimir Putin didn't agree with one. He said there would be severe consequences if he didn't agree to one. He said he'd walk out in 2 minutes. He spent 3 hours talking to Vladimir Putin, and he did not get one.
Okay, so before Marco Rubio replies, I just want to say this. What do you guys think would have happened if President Trump would have just walked out of a meeting 2 minutes into flying Putin over here? What do you think mainstream media would have done? What they would have said about how idiotic he is, how neurotic he is, what you call it? What's the word I'm thinking of, guys? I cannot think of the word. I'm having a brain fart. But they would have criticized him like crazy for not even considering, not even having an adult conversation. The same thing with Charlemagne the God on the Breakfast Club. Well, President Trump said that he was going to solve this in the first 24 hours. Like, as soon as he became president, it was going to stop. He said that. He didn't do it, so I don't trust him. So you mean to tell me that you trusted the Biden administration for 4 years and they ain't do a damn thing, but yet you don't trust Trump because he didn't do what he said he was going to do in 24 hours? Well, guess what? He was putting all the wheels in motion to get it done. He's having the conversations that other people won't have. He's bringing them to here and he's going there. He's going into their backyard and he's bringing them into ours. And he's having those tough conversations and trying to get this done. What was happening last administration? If somebody is here that's a Democrat that can give me that information, please feel free. I'm here for it. You know what I mean? I'm objective enough to learn from you guys. I'm just letting you know. Okay, here we go.
2 minutes. He spent 3 hours talking to Vladimir Putin, and he did not get one. So there's some
because
mixed
obviously
messages.
things happened during that meeting. Well, because obviously look, our goal here is not to stage some production for the world to say, oh, how dramatic, he walked out. Our goal here is to have a peace agreement, to end this war, okay? And obviously we felt, and I agreed, that there was enough progress, not a lot of progress, but enough progress made in those talks to allow us to move to the next phase. If not, we wouldn't be having Zelensky flying all the way over here. We wouldn't be having all the Europeans coming all the way over here. Now understand, and take with a grain of salt, I'm not saying we're on the verge of a peace deal, but I am saying that we saw movement, enough movement to justify a follow-up meeting with Zelensky and the Europeans, enough movement for us to dedicate even more time to this. You talk about the sanctions. Look, at the end of the day, if peace is not going to be possible here, and this is just going to continue on as a war, people will continue to die by the thousands. The president has that option to then come in and impose new sanctions. But if he did this now, the moment the president puts those additional sanctions, that's the end of the talks. You've basically locked in at least another year to year and a half of war and death and destruction. We may unfortunately wind up there, but we don't want to wind up there. We want to wind up with a peace deal that ends this war so Ukraine can go on with the rest of their lives and rebuild their country and be assured that this is never going to happen again. That's the goal here. We're going to do everything possible to make that happen if it's doable. It will require both sides to make concessions. It will require both sides to get things they're asking for. That's how these deals are made, whether we like it or not.
But
And
the
you can't
president,
expect for a world leader to say, you know what? You're absolutely right. And from this day forward, we won't touch Ukraine again. Well, what if Ukraine decides to Trojan horse us again? What if Ukraine decides to sneak a whole bunch of drones into our country and blow up our fighter jets again? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Like, it's a war going on both sides. That's why he's bringing in Zelensky right now. And even that's not enough to them. They're like, oh, here you go, trying to bring in Zelensky. What do you expect? Here you go, trying to bring in the Europeans. What do you expect? This dude is not, he's going everywhere, shaking hands, having tough conversations, and he's bringing them here, having tough conversations. Zelensky was here twice. Zelensky, last time he was here, they said, oh, he bullied him. He was too tough for him. You're never supposed to treat a world leader like that. This is why the world looks at us as bullies and they don't like us. And we have so much contention around the world and nobody cares about America. Everybody was just crying. Everybody was crying. But Trump and J.D. Vance went in on Zelensky. J.D. Vance surprised me in that meeting. But y'all remember that meeting, right? They tried to act like he was the biggest narcissist, the biggest bully in the world after that conversation with Zelensky. So what do you think would have happened? What do they want Trump to do? Do they want him to smack Putin? Do they want him to choke him out? Do they want him to take a 22 and put it up to his skull and pull the trigger? Is that what they want? Please let me know in the comments, man. Let me know with a thumbs up or a thumbs down. What does mainstream media just want Trump to unalive Putin on a live broadcast or something like that? Do they want him to do something that would jeopardize all of us and put us in an actual world war? What do they want? Because clearly they don't know how to negotiate themselves, because if they did, we would have had something come from the last administration other than tens of billions of dollars going out. And I'm keeping it light with the tens. It's probably more than that. Shout out to Lisa, Courtney with a C. She said, this is why Van watches this doo-doo, so we don't have to. I got to watch it so I can have a little bit of understanding of what's going on in the country. But I'm trying to just stay up on top of things too. Shout out to Rayanne Nunez. Trump isn't tripping on these dip sugar honey iced teas. I like how you did that. Shout out to Royanne. You did a very good job with that, by the way. She says Trump not tripping on these. Yeah. Man, my hair smell good. Oh my goodness, my hair smell good. My wife told me to put some conditioner in it so it doesn't, it's not all rough and whatnot. And then I washed it out. Yeah, my scalp is nice and clean. I can go ahead and oil it up now. Yeah, I know some of y'all don't like locks and all that other stuff. Well, I don't like your hairstyle either. Yeah, So thank you so much for the super chat and everything, Miss Nunez, Royanne. But yeah, you can't please these people, bro. You cannot please these people at all. It's like it's impossible to please them. I don't even know what they want. It's absolutely insane, bro. All right. So in other news, apparently they are closing in on Leticia James. They are closing in. Hold on one second. Why am I seeing all this crap on my feed? My algorithm need to do a little better on on X, bro. Yeah. Yeah, so Leticia James, they're closing in on her. I don't know if you guys seen this or not, but I'm going to play this. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. Apparently, the DOJ Special Attorney Ed Martin and someone else appeared outside of her New York home, her New York, brownstone, and they were just checking things out. And I guess one of her neighbors confronted them and was having a conversation like, "Who are you guys? Why y'all here? What's going on? Why is there a big old gate outside of here? We're trying to figure out what's happening." And this lady just came out there protecting Leticia James, not understanding that you're protecting a criminal. Like y'all always claim to be against criminals. We got a criminal in the White House. We got a criminal in the White House, but everybody that y'all protect are criminals. Everybody you protect are criminals. Everyone. And I don't want to start naming too many people because then it starts seeming like I'm spouting conspiracy theories. When in actuality, if you go and do your own research, you realize that a lot of these people that the Democrats support are criminals, 1000%. And the only reason why they thought that they can take Trump out is because when criminal minds come together, they believe that they can do anything. Like they built the most demonic, huge, devilish transformer to take out Trump, and they failed. And they were so surprised that they failed. Stop being so surprised, man. Like in 2016, when y'all thought that y'all had that thing in the bag, Hillary Clinton was just so happy. Yeah, right. What if Trump wins? Not happening. It's not even. I'm not even going to act. I'm not even going to consider that thought. Trump win. Then what happened? She ended up getting her tail beat. Thank you so much, Marla5656, member, one of our members. Shout out to Marla. And she says, "You're beautiful, Van. I can." You're sweet. Thank you so much. I can smell your hair from the spring. It does smell good. It smells amazing. And I got on this some type of body butter on my chin, on my face hair too, that I rubbed down, that I got from that area. It's like some real nice body butter. And I got that on my, yeah, it helps it's making it full. Because for some reason I can't grow a beard that connects. You know what I mean? My beard won't connect on this side or this side. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I know y'all didn't ask me about that, but thank you so much, Marla. I appreciate you. Shout out to Marla for this. This is this slim guys wear wife beaters too. That's all. Slim guys wear wife beaters too. I'm a skinny guy, man. And I don't have any issues with my body, you know what I mean? I'm chilling. All right, so shout out to Leticia James, who is about to be arrested shortly. I'm not laughing because of that, because I don't like when people get arrested, but okay, here we go. Y'all check this out.
Is there a back alley? I'm just sure there's like the Pratt building. Is there
you want me to tell you how to access my...
No, I was just asking. I'm interested because usually houses like this.
Tell me why you're here.
We're interested in the houses.
You're not interested in the houses. We know who lives here.
Is this like Second Empire?
It's just a track house. That's what all of these things are.
I know, but when was it built, do you think?
They're built before 1899.
Oh, so, okay.
Why are you being so disingenuous about what you're here for? You're not here about the houses. You're here because of who lives here. It's my neighborhood. It's my block. I have a right to know what you guys look like your official capacity.
I'm just happy to be on a block looking at a house.
That's not true. Why won't you be
No, he is happy.
Well, why won't you be honest with me about what you're doing? You are acting suspicious on my block in front of my neighbor's
I'm
home,
just looking
and you're not telling me what you're doing. That's not true.
Interesting houses. It's an important house. So, thank you.
It's not. It's just like every other crack house on this block that was built by developers.
Right, they're beautiful. Beautiful neighborhood.
Thank you.
I mean, do you guys call this a stoop?
What do you think?
I don't know. Is this a stoop? We didn't have stoops where I was growing up. Is this a stoop?
I want to know what you're doing.
Just checking it out.
You're not.
Very good.
Never walk away from a Karen in the middle of her chastising you over some rules that she made up in her own mind, because then she's going to really get upset and she's going to call the authorities. She's going to want to attack you. She's going to want to get you arrested. You're supposed to listen to Karens. You're supposed to let her Karen. Let her Karen. Let her finish carrying. Let her finish Karening. All right? It's important to let people Karen when they want to Karen. And just in case you guys don't know, if you're just now here and you don't know why Leticia James is potentially going to jail, y'all check this out right here.
Denying it, they say this is complete revenge. And listen, presumed innocent. That's a great thing about our system. And an investigation is one thing. Do you get to
Leticia James over alleged mortgage fraud? James denies the allegations and says she's being targeted by the Trump administration. For more on this, let's bring in Fox News Sunday anchor and chief legal correspondent Shannon Bream.
So what? She's being targeted by the Trump administration. You targeted him. You went out of your way to say that you are going after him. You went out of your way to target him. Do not be one of those people, guys, to throw a rock at someone and then hide your hand. If you're going to throw a rock at someone, show them that you've thrown a rock at someone. Show them that. She jumped out there and she said, I am going after you. She took hundreds of millions of dollars from this man off of allegations. She had big friends in New York and they were able to conspire to take money out of his account, potentially bring him close to arrest, and try to embarrass him in front of all of his supporters and his family. Come on, bro. Intentional. All of this was intentional. And she wants to act like she ain't do nothing now. Oh, he's trying to target me. Why is he targeting me? Because you targeted him first, sweetheart, and you failed, just like everybody else that went after him.
What's this case about, and does the Justice Department have a case?
So there are allegations that she did not give proper information on loan documents, possible mortgage documents about primary residence, things that would have given her a better loan system to work with, more favorable terms. She and her attorney are completely denying it. They say this is complete revenge. And listen, presumed innocent. That's a great thing about our system. And an investigation is one thing. Do you get to charges? Do you get to a trial? I don't know, but Democrats have been telling us for years, as they did when she brought charges against President Trump, no one's above the law. You got to work through the process in the system, and we'll see how far it goes with her.
So essentially, she's being charged with something very similar to what she charged Donald Trump for.
Y'all hear that, right? Y'all hear that, right? That's the big part right there. She is not being charged for something that was made up. I want y'all to pick that up. Just try to pick up what I'm putting down. She's being charged for something similar to what she was trying to allege against Trump. And she also said no one is too big for the law or something. No one is against the law or something like that. What'd she say? What was her saying? What's her famous saying, guys? Y'all let me know in the comments. I done said it more than one time, many other times, man. But I forgot it. It's not that important to me. It really isn't. But here she is right here going in. And I really want y'all to see it for yourselves. Some people act like they haven't seen this before, but here you go.
My mission is clear. I'm focused. I'm prepared. I'm ready. I've been trained by the best. I went to Howard University. that overturned legal segregation in this country. I've been taught in those classrooms where Thurgood Marshall once taught. I'm not afraid of no president. Donald Trump, we're ready for you. We're coming for you. We're standing up for you. We're fighting on. We're not going down silent. Victory, my friends, is clear. It's now. And I'm not waiting 4 years. I'm waiting 2 until a speaker by the name of Hakeem Jeffries comes to bring us some rest. Come on, ladies. It's up to us. We saved this democracy before. We'll save it now. Let's go.
So this is something that we do in the community. All right, so this is what the black preachers do. The black preachers can get you all riled up. The black preacher can get you all super excited. The black preacher can get you to want to empty your purse into that daggone collection plate. The black preacher can get you running around the daggone church and slapping high five to people and saying, yes, won't he do it? He will have you falling all over the ground, rolling all over the church, acting a daggone complete fool. And the Lord never asks you to do any of that. This is what she's doing. She's trying to rally up the troops. She's trying to get them going. She's trying to let them know that my energy is sufficient. Your energy is not sufficient, sweetheart. Your energy is not what's going to keep you from facing your own crimes. You need to cut that mess out. This right here is definitely Jasmine Crockett. She went full Jasmine Crockett. And just in case y'all don't know this, you're never supposed to go full Jasmine Crockett. Please let me know if y'all know what I'm referencing right now. That comes from one of my favorite movies ever, but I'm not going to repeat the actual line. But yeah. Shout out to Leticia James. Her name is Leticia Lattimore. Lattimore is the last name, Nelly. Leticia Lattimore. So yeah, just that energy alone is something that she wants to transfer to her people so that they can get riled up and do something about Trump. The energy is from Satan. She's evil. I agree 1000%. Shout out to Wheezy. Dems are always projecting. That's all they can do, because if they didn't project, then they'll have to tell the truth about themselves. But instead of telling the truth about themselves, they just say, you're doing what I think I would do in that situation. What I would do in that situation, that's what you're doing. I know you're doing that. I know you're doing it. I know you're out there doing something. You're doing something. You ever been accused of doing something from someone? And it's not because you're doing it. It's because they would do it if they were you. They are the evil ones. They are the nasty ones. You stole my money. I know you did, because that's what people do. You will steal people money. No, you will steal people money. I don't have to steal from anyone. What's the point? What's the point? You're projecting. You're projecting. The same way that the Democrats say that conservatives are racist. They say MAGA is racist. Let me tell you something the most racist person can do, right? You got liberal white people. Liberal white people, they feel like they have to take up for the black person because they don't feel like the black person can take up for themselves. They feel like they have to speak up for the black person because the black person is not intelligent enough to speak up for themselves. They feel like they have to go out there on the stoop and pump their fists and always take up for them and leave them alone. We got to protect the blacks because they can't do it themselves. We got to give them opportunities that they can't get themselves. We got to make sure that they can get to the front of the line because they can't do it themselves. Why not? Because of slavery, because of racism and white supremacy, because of systemic racism, because in their communities, they can't do homework without hearing gunshots. In their communities, they can't walk from school without being beat up. In their communities, they cannot focus on school. So we need to give them the benefit of the doubt because they are black. That's the most racist BS in the world. Whereas you have conservative whites. Conservative whites don't feel like we have to defend or take up for you. We feel like you and I can defend and take up for one another because we walk shoulder to shoulder. You're not behind me. You're not in front of me. We're side by side. And if you are behind me, you're watching my 6. If I'm behind you, I'm watching your 6. And guess what? I think you're fully capable of holding your position by yourself. I think you're fully capable of being intelligent enough to know exactly what to do. I don't have to do it for you. I don't have to speak for you. I don't have to go out there and say, oh, they don't have any power. We need to give them power. That's the difference, man, between the left, the people on the left, and the people on the right. This is why you have black people like myself. Just in case there's some people inside of the chat that's like, man, look at this guy, because I've been called coon, I've been called monkey, and usually it's by people that look like me. It's by other black people who are just Democrats. And when you say that you voted for Trump, oh man, you hate your people. You hate black people, don't you? You just hate what they do to you. Nothing. I've always been extremely popular in the black community. Always did whatever I wanted to do. Always said whatever I wanted to say. I got favor, crazy amounts of favor in my community. I have no issue with my community. I love people enough, though, to tell them when they're being lied to. When I realized that I was being lied to all these years, why wouldn't I get on my platform and say, gang, do y'all know that you've been lied to? Do you know that they're playing with you right now? If you don't vote for me, you're not black. We actually had a president that said that. And everybody was like, well, you know what? You're right. If you don't vote for him, maybe you're not black. Then Charlemagne the God said, well, we're only going to vote for you if you have a black woman running as your VP. So get out there and do it, boy. And what did Biden do? You got it. If that's what it's going to take, to pander to you all, you got it. What else you want? Some hot sauce in my purse, Hillary Clinton? What else you want? For them to talk like, you better thank a union member. You better thank a, like what? Like you got to get more sass. You got to get more black. You got to tell us that you went to a HBCU. We need to see you dance. Like we need to see you get out there and shake your groove thing. We need to see somebody twerk. We need to know that you can fight. We need to hear you curse in a speech. We need to hear something that says that you're black. Don't nobody need all that, man. Here's the thing. China is coming for our heads. Russia is coming for our heads. You name a nation. They don't want us to win. It's a good thing. I just want y'all, if y'all remember one part of this entire live stream, please remember this part right here. It is a good thing to have a president that want us to win more than these other nations because they don't care about us. They don't care about us. They want what we have. They want our resources. They don't want us to do well. They want to send their people over here, drain us of our resources, and then get more of their people to come over here, do the same, so forth and so on, while they get richer and be able to funnel their money back into their countries. This is what they're doing. These other people are lapping us. They're coming in from these other countries and they are lapping us, man. They're making us look foolish. At least they're trying to. But guess what? Trump is like, nah, done with all that. America first. Did you know that the term America first is considered to be racist? Did you know that? Like we got people who are American. That's all we've ever known. You got people who've never went out of the country to visit another nation. And that's all we've ever known. They know themselves as American. That's all they know. But for a president to say America first, they're like, oh, he's so racist. He don't want other black and brown countries to win. Neither do I. They can win all they want as long as they don't beat us. This is nation for nation. This is how, countries fall when they let down their guards, right? When they stop paying attention, they stop being vigilant, they fall. Nations fall all the time. The United States has been kicking butt for a very long time. It's because of how we got things set up. So when you look at that Constitution, you better be like, man, we did a good daggone job setting things up from the beginning. How you a black man and you gonna say that America got things set up properly, bro? Wow, I cannot listen to you, man. I cannot believe you. Listen, all I have to say to anybody out there that's not proud to be an American, these other countries, they will take you happily. They will take you happily. Go ahead. You're not proud to be an American. You don't have to be an American. Feel free to do what Rosie O'Donnell did. Feel free to do what any of these celebrities are doing. Go ahead. Feel free. Nobody's stopping you. This is not North Korea. We don't punish people for wanting to leave. Leave. Leave, man. Ain't nobody trying to keep you here. Trump, the imperfect but total patriot. Yep. And guess what? Doesn't that really define all of us? Like, look at this super chat right here. Look at this super chat. They want you to be perfect, just look perfect. They want you to look the part. They don't want to actually move toward perfection. Perfection will be, here's the thing. Perfection would be telling people all of the benefits that come from being in a nuclear family. That's perfection. Perfection is telling somebody that rather than considering abortion, how about we go to the root problem? How about we start telling people to not have sex with anyone unless you love them, unless you're dedicated to that person? How about we do that? Oh, that's not reality. That's not reality. What? Like, you ain't even got to mention God. As soon as you start mentioning some godly principles to people, they start acting like they're demons, man. They start burning up right in your face. They start smoking. Smoke comes from their nose and their ears and their back and their head. As soon as you start mentioning some godly principles, that right there would kill abortion. If you tell young ladies and you tell their mothers, you get it into the minds of their moms, to not give your stuff away to anybody unless you love them, unless you're in a relationship, unless you're married. Why not wait for marriage? Life is, you're only going to be a kid for 18 years. What you do in those 18 years will determine how the remainder of your life goes. You're going to be an adult for most of your life. Take this seriously. Have fun, but take it seriously. You know what I mean? Don't have kids coming to school at 10 years old and telling them, you can be whatever you want to be. And I'm not talking about a doctor or lawyer. I'm talking about a man or woman. So you can decide that right now. Like, while you're trying to figure out if you want to be a policeman or a nurse or an electrician or a plumber or an architect or an engineer, you can also figure out if you want to be a girl or if you want to be a boy. Like, we ain't got to do this to people. We ain't got to do this. So I'm grateful to have a man in the White House that's saying, man, we done with all that. We done with all that, bro. You can't call him a demon if he's always turning away from demonic practices. He continued to tell us to turn away from demonic practices, but you want to paint him as the demon. How is that possible? That don't make sense. What demonic practices did Biden tell us to turn away from? Please just name one. Thank you, Decline Management. Please just tell me one demonic practice that Biden told us to turn away from. Any one of them. Because last I checked, they were throwing LGBTQAI plus parties at the White House. Kamala Harris hosted two at her own residence, her own personal residence. Parties. Parties are for celebration. Parties are to encourage something to continue to happen. Like a birthday, like, yeah, it's your birthday. Let's go one more year. Yeah, you're gay. Let's go get some more gays so we can continue this thing going. It's to the point where people don't even see themselves in marriages no more with 3, 4, 5 kids anymore. It's ridiculous, man. That's why I need to start, and I'm gonna let y'all know this, man. I only started doing content creation so that I can learn how to do content creation and what works so I can teach other people how to do it. All right? I'm only saying that to say this. Sometimes the content, being that I have a political commentary channel, I look at the politics and whatnot. It bogs me down. It makes me feel some type of way. It don't make me feel energetic. I don't want to argue or have these types of debates with my family members. When they're talking about politics, if you are conservative and you're sitting around a whole bunch of liberals, the first thing we do is just zip it. We don't say a thing. We don't say a thing. Why? Because it's not worth it. I don't feel like arguing with you. I don't want to lose any relationships anymore. Like, I've already lost friendships. Some of our siblings are stopped talking to us. Co-workers stop talking to us. At a certain point, man, we feel beat down and we don't even want to talk about it anymore. Now, if you ask us, or if we feel the need to get in the conversation because we heard you sharing information that's not particularly true, then we get in there and we give you some facts and we just back away. But they can't handle facts either. They can't. So sometimes I like to get on this platform and put out information that will bring on a younger audience who don't believe in the nuclear family, because there's a lot of content creators out here who don't give a damn about the nuclear family. They don't care about biblical principles. And they are telling people, man, you better off not even getting married. You can be with somebody for 5 years. Trump done already made it legal that they're going to be your wife or your husband anyway. So what's the point? Like, just go ahead and have some fun without being tied to all the paperwork. Just have some fun. You know they love you. You love them. Start a family. There's no protections there. Like, it's leading people the wrong way, man. It really is. It sucks. So I ran across this other story that I wanted to share with you guys when I saw it. So apparently this brother went to the store and bought a sandwich. He went to the store and bought a sandwich, and this is actually the culture of DC. Just in case you haven't grown up in Southeast DC before, or Northeast DC, or in the bad part of DC before, just going to let you know, this is the culture. This is what I'm about to show you. This is the culture. All right. This just turns out to be happening in Cali, but this is the culture of these areas that all of these police are. They're going through these neighborhoods trying to clean them up. This brother went to a restaurant, and he's a big time streamer's brother. His name is Dub. I don't know if you guys ever heard of DDG before. So DDG's brother goes to a restaurant to do like to try the food for the first time and give his opinion and all this other stuff. These brothers, other people who look just like him, no, shout out to Black Lives Matter, walk inside the store. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I ain't gonna tell you too much, but check this out, man. And if you haven't hit the like button already, what are you waiting for? Hit the like button, gang. Hit the like button. Tell me what y'all really feel about this. I want your brutal honesty. All right, let's go.
Hopefully this place is good, because that food was good, but we didn't get to enjoy it. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Damo was doing his food review. There's a lot of people outside my car.
And what is this called again? Wana. Wana?
Hey, bro.
Yo, you supposed to be over here?
Cuz you on YouTube, huh? Famous ass nigga, cuz. What's up with it?
It was good.
Who told you to come over here?
What's this? No, it's the scent. I don't know.
So, hold on, cuz.
What's good?
I think I put pastrami in
I've been doing this
everything.
all day. You need that taste for it.
Hold on. Who you here with, cuz? You got people from the hood or something?
Nah, I'm here.
What's up, cameraman?
I got a camera, bro.
What's good, bro?
What is you recording for?
We just do YouTube and stuff.
That's crazy.
What do you got up in there? It's the East Coast.
Little pastrami sandwiches, son.
We just doing a little review. I don't like mayonnaise, so y'all can have that.
They don't like mayonnaise? That motherfucker looks bomb. Yeah, man. What
name, bro?
How you
get over here?
That's what I'm wondering.
Nah, nigga just found out about this spot. Hey, this bad cleat, bro. Yeah.
That nigga got money. He got money. You just came over here. You know this ain't Disneyland though, right, loved one?
You can't just dine it down. You can't just sit here. This ain't sit right here. Just making sure they go on April, man. Everything look good, bro. You gotta go or something.
Look, I'm
we get up out of here, but
look.
you're not getting your food back.
You good? This us right here, my nigga.
Yeah, that's us.
My name P1. Look me up on Apple Music, cuz. These are the homies.
I don't want tacos, cuz.
You know what I'm saying? You got stuck still though. You want tacos?
Yeah, I know. I might get some.
You got stuck though, like bounce.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the six pack, man. This is going on in the six pack when you don't check in. Man. They know what's going on with the game.
Bounce.
Yeah, I don't want it no more.
Get
out the game now.
So we good?
Hell no.
Huh?
We on car out. You all right with me, cuz? I got a free stomach.
These are they in the car. We good?
So check this out. What do y'all think would happen if the person whose food they were taking was a registered gun owner? He would have ended up shooting one or two of them. What do you think the Democrats will be saying? What do you think left stream media will be saying? Because he was well within his rights. You walk up to him, it's like 10 guys that just go in your bag of food, open it up, start eating it, passing it around, and then start talking about making it known that we're about to rob you. We're about to, this is not the only thing we're going to do. We're not just taking your food, bro. They looking you up and down. They're looking at your pockets. They see you got some money in there. Oh, you best believe we going in them pockets. You got a nice car outside too. We might even take that. We are on camera and we still don't care. We just have nothing to do. And we were raised to believe that Black lives matter. And you're a Black life. And guess what? If it matters to you, you will give us what we want. Word on the street is y'all ever heard of the rapper, slain rapper Nipsey Hussle from California? Nipsey Hussle was in an interview. And I can't find it right now, but I should have found it earlier. But he was in an interview, and it was other rappers that was talking to him about it. And they were saying they don't target white people. Say, we don't target white people. And we don't look at men who are dressed in uniforms or in suits. Like if they're Black, we're not looking for those either. We're looking for other men that look like us, walk like us, talk like us, move like us. And we're looking for them. And we will go to another side of town specifically looking for us to rob. We're looking for us to kill. We're looking for us to take advantage of. Why? Because don't nobody care about them. Because they believe that nobody care about them, because they believe their life have no value. They just go around picking on other people because they believe their lives have no value. If this man would have defended himself, he would have probably been beat up or shot right there in the store, and they would just ran out like nothing happened. And they would have thought it was fun. If this guy would have defended himself and got one up on him and shot 3 or 4 of them, bow, 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 bow. Well, sir, you're in California. Who do you think's going to jail? The shooter will go to jail. Them youngers that try to rob me, they're not going to jail. Like, I sent 1 or 2 to hell, but I'm going to jail for shooting them. Oh, the laws in California do not protect people who wanted to protect themselves. But then when places like Florida, they call you racist for wanting to protect yourself. They only want to pass these gun laws so that they can go and shoot black people. They only want to do to protect yourself, or what is it called, guys? What is it called? What's that law called in Florida where you can defend yourself? You can have a gun on your person at all times, and you can defend yourself. What is it called? Y'all help me out with that. I know somebody know what I'm talking about. Go ahead, somebody, anybody. Stand your ground. Thank you so much, Renee. Stand your ground. Did y'all know that people believe that stand your ground is racist? You mean to tell me that you wouldn't want to stand your ground against these idiots? You come up in here looking at grabbing my food? Bruh, hold up, Slim. Y'all gonna have to back up, man. Wait a minute. Y'all gonna have to back up. This ain't that. I mean, whatever y'all think y'all about to do, this ain't happening, Slim. Like, y'all ready to die over a sandwich? Man, y'all better leave me the hell alone. I didn't come here to mess with none of y'all. But if this is what you want, you're gonna get it. Just the difference is in Florida, you won't be arrested for it. In California, you're going to jail for standing your ground. In DC, you're going to jail for standing your ground. Some parts. So all I'm saying is, man, like, this right here is a culture that's supported worldwide by people that look like me and by white people on the left who feel like, oh, the white man is doing this to them. They're only out there stealing for people because they don't have any education. And the reason why they don't have education is because the school system is trash. Like, it's always everybody else's fault. No, man. All these young bastards got a mother. They came out of somebody's vagina or somebody's stomach through a cesarean. And they got a father that put them there. Where are their damn parents? Try standing your ground in California and watch what happens. Somebody asked, is it safe to bring your family to DC? Yes, it is. It's most certainly safe. It's most certainly safe, but it's like going to Vegas. Like, you going to playing dice and you shooting the dice and you're trying to win. You might win, you might lose. You go to play the slots. You might win, you might lose. Well, you come to DC, you might get robbed, you might not. But the likelihood of you getting robbed now versus a year ago is much less because of police presence. Sometimes police don't have to do a thing. They just need to be around. They just need to be present. Well, we think that. We like to believe that. But when I go to visit my my mother-in-law, she lives on Minnesota Avenue, Northeast. And it's right across the line of Pennsylvania Avenue, where it turns into Northeast from Southeast. But yeah, when I go to visit her, there's police sitting out there all the time. You think crime is stopping? No, not at all. These niggas, they just don't want to get caught again. They've already been inside. They don't want to get inside again. But what they do is they'll pay the youngins to do it because they think that the youngins will just get a slap on the wrist. So now you got to deal with 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 11-year-olds. I stole my first car when I was 11. I was a YN before it became popular to be a YN. Before the term even, come on, man. I was just one of them kids that just did it for fun here and there. But most times I wanted to be at home playing with my daggone Thundercats, or playing with He-Man, my He-Man action figure, or playing with my A-Team action figures, or my Knight Rider car. Most times I just wanted to be peaceful, but in certain environments, certain actions and attitudes, they're celebrated. This youngin' right here that's taking the food, you know, the leader, the one that walked up to him, talking to him, he's a rapper. He said, check, he said his name. I don't know if let me see. He said his name. He said, check my, he's a rapper. Hold on one second. I don't know what's going on with my computer. Is internet. My internet is interneting. My internet is interneting right now. My bad. Hold on. He introduced himself.
You know what I'm saying? He and Damo's doing the food. There's a lot of people outside my car. And what is this called again? Why not? Hey, bro. Yeah. You supposed to be over here? Yeah.
Cuz you on YouTube, huh? Famous ass nigga, cuz. What's up with it?
It was good.
Who told you to come over here?
What's this? It's the set. I don't know.
Hold on, cuz.
Look good.
I gotta put Stormy in everything.
I've been doing this all day. You think I paid for it?
Hold on. Who you here with, cuz? You got people from the hood or something?
Nah, I'm here.
What's up, cameraman?
Why you got a camera, man?
What's good, bro?
What are you recording for?
We just do YouTube and stuff.
That's crazy.
And then that's another part too that I don't like. The fact that they talking about why are you here? Who are you here with? Like, why are you in our neighborhood? Y'all niggas don't own a damn thing in that neighborhood. Y'all don't own a building, a store. Y'all probably don't own a car. You don't own a thing. But you're repping a block that you own nothing of. You don't own a damn thing at all. But he needs to get a pass from you in order to be there. Hold on one second. You about to say his name.
What he got up in there? It's the East Coast.
Little Stormy sandwiches, son.
We just doing a little preview. I don't like mayonnaise, so y'all can have that.
You don't like mayonnaise? That motherfucker look bomb. Yeah, man. What name, bro? How you get
over here?
That's what I'm wondering.
My nigga just found out about this spot. Hey, this bad cleat, bro. Yeah.
You see how they looking at his clothes and his shoes? They already know what color. I mean, they already know what brand he has on and how much it costs. And that's why when the youngin' right here was looking down at him and he said, "Oh, that's Van Gleet." I think that's what he said. I don't know what he said. I'm not really that much into brands and whatnot anymore. But he said, "Oh, you got money."
Cleat, bro. Yeah.
That got money. He got money. You just came over here. You know this ain't Disneyland though, right, Lil One?
You can't just dine it down. You can't just sit here. This ain't sit right now. I'm just making sure. Everything look good, Maher. You gotta go or something.
Look, I'm
we get up out of here, but
look.
you're not getting your food back.
You good? This us right here, my nigga.
Yeah, that's us.
My name Key1. Look me up on Apple Music, cuz.
Key1. His name is Key1. Key1. He said his name is Key1. He's on Apple Music. Key1. This young gonna have a short life. He's gonna have a short life. He's gonna have a short life. Period. And this guy just nicely, man. Just go ahead and take my food, man. I just want to get out of this bad boy alive, bro. At this point. I just want to get home alive. That's sad, man. That's sad, bro. That's sad. The shop, you said the shop worker and owner is doing what? Nothing. Let me tell you something. They probably behind the glass hoping that nothing happens to them. They probably already been robbed. They probably already had their store broken into. Like, they're not trying to have no issues with these youngins. These youngins are, in his mind, demons. And he's not trying to get in their way at all. It sucks, but it just is what it is, man. It just is what it is. It sucks, man. All right, Van, what are we going to do? It's spreading to my state because of our stupid governor. Changing the culture because they don't give a rat's behind about our state. Big fights, beating on kids. Let me tell you something. Only thing you can do is be a dad, be a mom. Protect your own people. Protect your kids at all costs. Protect yourself at all costs. Here's the thing. When my kids was little, this is how I was. When my kids was little and we used to take them to the daycare before we went to work, I used to drop them off at daycare in another neighborhood that was closer to their school. We found daycare over there. So I would take them to the daycare and they would be really small. And I would walk through like 3 or 4 of these youngers that look just like this right here. They look just like this. And they'd be outside smoking, cursing, and all that other stuff. And I'd be like, yo, youngers. Not yo, but I'll be like, youngers, listen. I'm going to need y'all not to use that type of language in front of my kids. And I'm going to need for y'all not to be smoking when y'all see me walking through this joint with my children. Now, that could have went any other way. They could have jumped me. They could have shot me. They could have robbed me. They could have stabbed me. They could have said, F you, old head. We don't give a damn about. I was younger then, so it wouldn't have been old head. But they would have been like, F you. We ain't doing none of that. Who you think you are? My father? They could have gave me some bass back. Thing is, when I was younger, I would have popped off on them. I don't care if it was 3 or 4. And I was way skinnier than I am right now. It's just my heart was that of a YN. I was just had my cubs. These are my kids. You are not going to smoke and curse and all that other stuff around my kids. I don't care whose you are. Y'all are on the stoop of a daggone daycare that I'm going to. My kids ain't got to listen to this mess, bro, at all. And I'm going to come get them every single day. I don't want y'all out here cursing and smoking around them, period. They could have did anything to me. But for my kids, it's going to have to happen. So you want to know what we got to do? What we got to do is stay vigilant. We got to stay dangerous. Like, we got to protect our own. We can't depend on police and DEA, FBI, president, government, nobody to take up for us. Like I said in the beginning of this daggone live stream, it's up to us to stay dangerous. We got to stay vigilant. We got to stay dangerous. We got to drink our water. We got to work out. We got to stay prayed up. We got to make sure we have God on our side. Go out there to the range and start putting up some shots. Getting yourself better with that gun. You don't want to do that, then, get you a knife and start working on that. Get you some pepper spray. But at the end of the day, people die on the field, man, for taking up for fighting for something that they believe in. If you're fighting for something that you believe in, you're not going to win every battle, but at least fight for something you believe in. That's what I say. And when enough of us are fighting, we're gonna win this. Back in the day, Chad O. Jackson. How many of you guys ever heard of Chad O. Jackson before? One of the smartest brothers on the internet. Chad O. Jackson was talking about how back in the day, Black people did not even accept other Black people in our culture who didn't have jobs, who wasn't positive, who wasn't dressed well or trying to take care of themselves, who wasn't looking out for the community. And we will beat them down ourselves. We will find them and we will punish them ourselves until they got back right. Because at some point, we got to stop depending on their parents to do the job. These youngins get too much joy out of making other people go through sugar honey iced tea. It's up to us to fix this. Here's the thing, though. When white people start talking about that, it's up to us to protect our children. It's up to us to protect our property. It's up to us. When white people start talking like that, trust me, most of mainstream media are going to consider you as a racist. They're going to say that the only reason why you have protection, you have a gun, is to shoot people who don't look like you. It's ridiculous. Me, I can say it. Protect your family. White people, y'all say it, you're being racist. And it's idiotic. It's ridiculous. Am I lying? Give me a thumbs up if you saying I'm lying. I mean, I'm just saying. This is what it is. It just is what it is, man. And these kids are going to still be spoiled by their parents because their parents don't know that they're out here doing this. Some of their parents know that they're out here doing it. Just don't care. They're just like, be careful. Don't be out there. Like the kids be lying to their parents. They're not going to tell you everything that they're doing. Man, we just now robbed this guy and took his food inside the restaurant and he ain't do nothing about it. Go home bragging about it. Probably got extra money that they took out of his pocket. All of that. We know he didn't come around here with no money in his pocket. So, yeah, all of that. Trust me, man. Nah. My wife sometimes gets a little nervous whenever she and I are in public. And not because she's afraid of other people, but she know that her husband is not all that wrapped that tight. Does not wrap that tight sometimes, depending on what the situation is. Because I'm a very nice guy, man. I'm a very nice guy, respectable guy. I open the door for men and women. I don't care. As long as, we're all working together. We supposed to be like the Amish. We supposed to be building together, man. We supposed to be looking out for one another, protecting one another, loving one another, regardless of how we look. I see a little white kid walking down the street. What's going on, buddy? That's how it's supposed to be, man. But they want to keep us in a trick bag, fighting against each other, keeping all of this darkness around us. Because where there's darkness, God is not there. We got to put God everywhere. Bring our light into the darkness. That's our responsibility. What can we do? We can lead with love. We can make sure God is in every room we're in, but we can also stay dangerous. We got to stay vigilant. Why do you see when people are walking around their neighborhoods, why you think they're walking with a stick in their hand? Yeah, it's for snakes, it's for dogs, but it's also for people. It's just to make sure people know that I got something. I might not even know how to use it, but I got something. So at the end of the day, and I'm not trying to act like I'm fearless. I'm not fearless. I wish I was. I'm not fearless. I wish I was. But I got the Lord. God don't want me to be like this machine that fears nothing. You know what I mean? We're only supposed to fear God, but come on, we're human. We've seen too much. We have social media where we see people get beat up and unalived all the time. We're seeing people get snatched, kidnapped, trafficked. How can you live in a country like this and be fearless? Anybody that says that they're fearless, then I will say that you're careless. Like you don't care about your family. You don't care about yourself, because at some point you're going to have some fear, but don't let that fear make you afraid to defend what's near and dear to you. That fear should make you want to go harder and make you want to be ready. That's why people have guns in their home, hidden in every daggone room in their house. Not only because of vigilance, because of fear. If someone come up in here, I'm fearful that you're going to try to do something to me and my family. And I'm going to get in front of it. Got one more video I want to share with you guys. This joint right here from Bill Maher. Bill Maher is a little upset right now. I don't know if y'all heard this yet, but he's a little upset right now. Why? Because none of his Democrat friends will come on his show. None of his Democrat politician friends will come on his show. Everybody on the right comes to his show. Nobody on the left comes on his show, except if you're a commentator or if you're a sportscaster or something like that. But when you're an actual politician, these politicians aren't coming on his show. I want y'all to hear why he believes they aren't, and try to figure out why he always voting for them when they don't respect him and they don't value him, because he's definitely one of the bigger names out here. They just refuse to spend any time with him at all. Listen to the people that he actually reached out to, trying to get them on your show.
People ask me all the time, why haven't you ever had Hillary or Bill Clinton on? Why didn't you have Kamala on during the last campaign? You think we don't ask? We ask these people every week. They say no. It took 8 years and a petition to get Obama on. And these are people, all people I voted for. Think about that. They're afraid to come on the show of a guy who voted for them. The Republicans, they show up. And when they do, they take their beating like a man. People ask me all the time, think about that. People, all people, to get Obama on. And these are people, all people it took 8 years and a petition to say no. It took 8 years and a petition to get Obama on.
It took him 8 years and a petition to get Obama on his show. Kamala said no. Gavin Newsom said no. The Clintons said no. Nobody's going to go on this show. They don't want to be in front of somebody who's not going to ride their nutsack, who's not going to meat ride them and just tell them everything they say is great. Like, you're so wonderful. You're so great. Your leadership is the best I've ever seen. Like, no. They're not coming on this show. They don't care about sitting across from him. They probably look at him as a clown. Kamala even went on the sex podcast. This lady went on a sex podcast and said nah to Joe Rogan. She said nah to Bill Maher, but she went on a sex podcast. They don't want to put any value out there in the world. They just want somebody to agree with them and do what they say. That's it. They just want somebody to just meat ride me, tell me I'm right, love on me, tell me the other side sucks and they're racist and they're fascist. Just tell me everything I want you to tell me. I just want you to tell me everything I want to hear. What? I ain't about to make love to you. We having a real conversation. Only time I'm gonna lie to you if I know my dingling about to disappear inside your body. All he's saying is that he wants them people to come on his show just like everyone else. That's it. But he refused to get them. So at the end of the day, guys, I do appreciate you guys for showing up and being a part of our live stream today. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. This has been extremely, I enjoyed it. It was enjoyable for me. And also I asked a poll, and it looked like 525 of you answered. It says, will Trump get a ceasefire done with Russia? And not 58% of you said, I believe he will. 20% of you said, God is good. 18% of you said, Ukraine does not want one. So if one side don't want one, a ceasefire won't happen. If one side has been stubborn, it's not going to happen. You have white people and you got black people. If y'all don't want race relations to do better, and one side has been super stubborn, wanting you to kiss their ass, wanting you to kowtow to them, wanting you to accept all of their disrespect, but you're not going to, you know what I mean? It can't be both ways. That relationship will never happen. The Democrats and Republicans, always at odds, always projecting and lying on one another, never respecting one another, never being objective enough to listen, to learn, rather than listening just to respond. That's always going to clash too in any relationship. We ain't got to be rocket scientists to see that if both sides don't want to play along, it's not going to happen. Somebody run up to you with a gun in your face. You say, come on, bro. I love you, man. We supposed to be brothers. Well, that's you showing God's love. Now it's up to them to say, you know what? You right. Let me go ahead and put this gun away. My bad. How often do you think that's going to happen? Exactly. So until we all make the decision to move in the right direction, we're going to continue to move in the wrong direction. And it's unintentionally because only one side really want us to get better. Only one side want us to do better. Only one side wants to protect our children and our women. Just make sure you're on the right side. Yeah, those are my 2 pennies. Guys, I've went on my mission. I went on my journey to figure this internet stuff out. I'm back to give you guys the information. LFR stands for likes, follows, and retweets. 6 years ago, I realized that that was the new currency because of Vine. People were going on Vine and getting hurt, some even dying for likes, follows, and retweets. When I figured that out, I said people shouldn't have to embarrass themselves or step outside their character just to be celebrated for their talents and their gifts. So I'm going to figure this thing out and give this to people so you don't have to go against your character and your own integrity in order to establish yourself on any platform. I have that information now. I'm ready to give it to you. I just need for you to be ready to receive it. Check out my course that's in the descriptions, very first link. Get the course and a whole lot more come with that. The course is just the key. That's all the course is. The course isn't everything. The course isn't the sales point. The course is just your skin in the game. I want you to have some skin in the game. That's it. I believe that we appreciate things more when we invest. When those young guys walked inside that store and said, "Why are you around here? You don't belong around here. Who you with?" All these other things. They're in a neighborhood where they own nothing. They don't appreciate anything. Not even their own lives. They haven't earned anything yet. Well, that's skin in the game right there. Get the course so we can start working together, or reach out to me with the word VIP so I can explain to you white glove services. All right. And if you just want a one-on-one call, reach out to me with the word coach and we can work that out too. Until next time, guys, thank y'all so much for being amazing. And I will see you on the Morning Vantage on Monday morning, episode number 84. Jeez. Tomorrow's Morning Vantage is going to be episode number 84. What? That's nuts. See y'all next time, man. Love y'all. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age. I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.